Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about my journey of air filtration. How I went from being a bit of a skeptic to realizing that it has made a small difference in our health, to understanding and getting much deeper into the business and filtration technologies, and then finding a solution that has been able to fix all the issues of indoor air pollution for us. So right in the beginning, when we moved back from the United States with two small kids, we realized that both of them started developing a little bit of wheezing. My father-in-law said that he's got this building in Delhi which has the cleanest air of Delhi, certified by the Central Pollution Control Board. And we were just like, yeah, this is not such a big deal. We don't even know much about it. But he was very adamant, and my wife had started developing a chronic cough, which led to even potentially a damage in her rib cage because she was coughing so much. And that's when he decided that he's just going to get us one air purifier. So he had done a bunch of research and found that there was a Sharp product from Japan which had a simple filter on it and a small carbon filter. And he put that in our room, and over a period of 3 months, it actually helped reduce my wife's cough a little bit. And we said there's something to it. And that's when I started getting into this a little bit deeper, and I started studying the subject a lot more and realized that there's something really important in this issue. At the time, Delhi had not been declared the world's most polluted city in the world by the World Health Organization. President Obama had not visited Delhi, and there was an article in the newspapers shortly after his visit which said that his 3-day visit had cost him 4 hours of his life. Now, somebody's visiting for 3 days has lost 4 hours of their life. What about us? What about all of us who live in this city, who live in this country and are exposed to harmful air pollution all the time? So I started to dig deeper into the issue, and we realized that this was an important issue that we all needed to take cognizance of. And I started the business of Breathe Easy. Slowly and steadily, we realized that awareness levels of the problem were very low. People thought I was crazy trying to sell clean air. They said, we pay money for water. Now this crazy fellow has come and he's trying to sell us clean air, something that is invisible. I was trying to make the invisible visible. And it was a tough job. For the first 8 months when we started the business, our revenues were a sum total of 0. But slowly, awareness started to go up. The World Health Organization said that Delhi is the world's most polluted city, and that's when slowly the conversation started to change. That Sharp air purifier did pretty well for us for a couple of years. And then two things happened. I started measuring the carbon dioxide levels in our rooms and the volatile organic compound levels in our room. And I found that outdoors, the CO2 levels were about 400 parts per million, whereas in my bedroom at night with a closed room, a fairly well tight sealed room, because our windows were good quality windows because we wanted to cut the noise from outside coming in. So we had the high quality UPVC Fenesta windows, and our doors were fairly well sealed because I wanted the particulate matter to really come down. Now with that, the carbon dioxide levels overnight in my room were getting up to 2500 to 2800 parts per million with 2 people sleeping in the room. If one of our kids by chance came into the room, it would go up further higher to 3500 parts per million. And I was worried about that. And I struggled with that solution for 3 years. And the second thing that happened was I visited a client's home at the time to do testing of air quality. And he had a different machine than what we used to sell, which were the Sharp machines for homes. He had a machine from Switzerland called iqair that he had imported directly from Switzerland. He was a German living in Delhi who had heard about the air pollution problem and imported some of the best machines, according to him, from Switzerland. When I tested that machine and I saw the filters on that machine, I was very impressed. Of all the machines that I had tested in India, this was way above, much better than anything else that I had ever tested. So I booked myself to the next flight to Zurich, and I went for a meeting with the company. Long story short, after many discussions, after many emails back and forth, finally they understood who we are, and they gave us an exclusive agreement to sell their product across the country of India. So with the iqair product, on one of my visits to Zurich, I saw in one of the rooms that the machine was installed and there was a small hole in the wall with a small flexible duct and a grill. And I asked the owner, Jens, I said, what is this duct for? And he said it's for special applications in hospitals to create pressurizations in the room. And that's when I had my aha moment. Problem that I'd been struggling with for 4 years, the carbon dioxide levels in my room, I thought I might have a solution for it. So I came back very excited back to Delhi, and I got one of those boxes with me which had that special kit for the ducting to be attached to the iqair machine, and I cut a 5-inch hole in my bedroom wall and I connected a small flexible duct to my air purifier in my bedroom. I was scared that the outside air is so polluted with particulate matter and gases that the filters on this machine won't be able to take it. So before deciding to take it commercially for other customers, I said, let me test it for at least a year and see how long the filters last. If the filters get damaged in a week or a few weeks or even a month or 2 months, then it's too expensive to run it commercially and it's not going to be a viable solution. But I ran it, and to my surprise, for 1 year, I did not have to change a single filter. The outside air, being as bad as it is, through all the different seasons, we kept bringing it in, and we brought in that dirty air through the 4 layers of filtration and realized that all the filters not only stayed up, but I was able to maintain perfect air quality. I was able to achieve 2 things by doing that. A, I was bringing in fresh air from outside through the machine and bringing that into the room, and so my carbon dioxide levels stayed in check, and they now are at a high of 600 to 700 parts per million all night long. So we wake up feeling fresh without an alarm clock, and we wake up without feeling that lethargy, that little I didn't get a good night's sleep, that feeling has gone away. The second thing that happened is we created a little bit of a positive air pressure in the room. Think about a balloon. When you fill air into a balloon and you've put air, now if you open the mouth of the balloon a little bit, air is going to come out. It's not going to go back inside the balloon from outside. Why is that? Because the pressure inside the balloon is more than the pressure outside the balloon, so air will leak out. Similarly, in the room, the volume of air in the room is fixed, and when we are bringing in air from outside, we are adding to the volume of air that is already in the room, thereby creating a tiny amount of positive pressure. And that air is going to start leaking out from under the doors and maybe any cracks or leaks that might be in the windows. When that happens, air from outside cannot come in. And when no air from outside come in and there's no exchange of particulate matter which is not treated, my PM 2.5 in my bedroom comes down close to 0 micrograms per cubic meter. Over the last few months, many of our customers, my friends, a lot of our family have implemented this solution, and they have also been able to achieve 0 PM 2.5 in their bedrooms and CO2 levels at perfect levels between 400 and 700 parts per million. It is possible. 4 years of search and I found the solution for perfect air. Not only did this help remove the wheezing and the problems that my wife had early on, but even with the sharp machine, my children had problems of nosebleeds and sinusitis. And with this machine and with the fresh air coming in, those problems have also been eliminated. I know fresh air has helped not only my family, but many customers who've called me and thanked us for the solutions that we provide. And I hope this can make a small difference to your lives in breathing better. Stay tuned for more videos like this on our social media platforms. Invite your friends, and most importantly, give us your feedback, give us your comments, and give us your questions, because that's what keeps us going. We would love to answer them, and on a week-to-week basis, keep us going. So thank you again, and breathe easy.